This girl is the youngest prisoner in the jail, because her pregnant mother was falsely accused of murder and imprisoned. So the girl was born and raised in this prison. Today is the day she's finally being released. Her mother was worried about her living alone, so she told her to find her father no matter what. The girl took the photo her mother gave her and arrived at a tall building. She saw a group of people interviewing a handsome young CEO. She immediately recognized the man in the photo, and was certain that he was her father. Without hesitation, she ran over and called him dad. Everyone was shocked and amazed that such a successful young CEO had a daughter. But the CEO looked completely confused, and coldly replied that he had never seen this child before. When he looked down at the old photo, he mistakenly thought someone had stolen his personal belongings. His expression darkened, and he directly told the girl to leave. At that moment, his cousin who had been standing nearby got curious, and secretly plucked a strand of hair from the girl's head. He warned her coldly that if she was lying, she'd suffer serious consequences. The girl had no choice but to return to the prison. With teary eyes, she told her mother that her father didn't recognize her, and thought she was a liar. She asked her mom if her dad didn't like her at all. Her mother held back her tears and told her that it wasn't because he didn't like her, but because he didn't know the truth yet. Then she promised her daughter that once he knew everything, he would become the person who loved her the most in the world. The girl nodded, and firmly said she would find her dad, and ask him to help get her mom out of prison. But her mother got scared and stopped her immediately, begging her not to tell him that she was her daughter. Soon visiting hours were over. The girl left the prison. The policewoman couldn't help but sigh, saying how pitiful the girl was. But the girl smiled and said she still had her dad. Meanwhile, the CEO was in a business meeting with his father. Suddenly, his cousin rushed in, waving a paternity test report in his hand. The whole family was stunned. They quickly asked what happened. So the cousin confessed that he had secretly tested the girl's hair. At that moment, the CEO suddenly remembered the face of the girl's mother. Then his parents grabbed the report and got more emotional as they read. Realizing it was actually true, they immediately urged the CEO to go find the girl. At that time, the girl had returned to her empty little home. She opened the fridge and found a meal left by the kind old neighbor. The girl felt deeply grateful and carefully brought out the food to eat. But she accidentally spilled the lunchbox. While she was cleaning up the mess, two relatives walked in. They pretended to care, but clearly had other intentions. As soon as they started talking, they asked where the key was. The girl was confused and said she didn't know. Hearing that, the second aunt's expression instantly changed. She harshly demanded that the girl hand over the key, but the girl timidly said that it contained her grandpa's core technology and she couldn't give it to anyone. The second aunt was furious and cursed her for having the same bad fate as her mother. Then she smashed the photo frame the girl was holding, accidentally revealing the hidden key inside. The girl rushed over and grabbed the key tightly in her hand. Seeing this, the second aunt immediately ordered her to hand it over, but the girl bit her aunt's hand, and the next second she suddenly fainted. Her relatives then decided to sell the girl off and started to take action. At that critical moment, the CEO finally rushed in.